Hey there and welcome to my channel and to this Let's Play video of RimWorld, which recently came out in its version 1.0 with all the features that will be the base of the game going forward, we assume, until we get a new dev diary or something with a new update of what's coming next. So today we'll be starting a new colony. First I want to show you my mods list here so that if you see something you like or if you wonder what I'm using, you can go look them up. I do not actually utilize every mod in every game, but I keep them installed so that I have the options based on kind of how the game goes, since certain things I will allow myself to use if it develops in a given direction. For instance, I only use embrasures if I build in a mountain and have to deal with insects, because I leave infestations enabled, unlike some people, but I like to give myself at least one thing to make my life a little bit easier, so I put embrasures in between rooms so I can shoot from one room into the next. So with the mods out of the way, let's get going on a new colony, doing just our standard crash landed scenario, and doing the standard Cassandra classic as well, who I've always thought is even more challenging than Randy Random sometimes, but it depends because of course Randy Random is random, so sometimes he is more of a challenge than Cassandra, but a little bit more reliable that our challenges will get leveled up and remain interesting with Cassandra. We'll be doing it on Savage just to give ourselves some challenge and some entertainment, and then we will be picking our map. We'll go with Tara and see if it gives us some good choices. I'm pretty picky on maps, but I'm going to try to move quick so that I don't bore you debating the geographical attributes of different regions. We are looking for a river somewhere up north, preferably with some mountains. And it looks like we have a fair amount of options here. Be even better if we could both get mountains, river, and a coast. That looks interesting. We're gonna go with that then. Slate, marble, and limestone. No granite, but we can live with that. Mountainous with a river. Not a huge river, but a river. I think that looks pretty good. Relatively inaccessible for getting to people. I may want to just check and make sure. We could move in there, but I'd like a coast. I haven't ever completed a game on a coast, so let's go with that. Alright, now time to pick our people. So what I prefer to do with picking people is to first find somebody who will be my core person around which I can then structure my entire team. And that core person right now, well, she's actually okay. Cooking, planting, and animals. And would fill our medical, social, and intellectual needs. He, Richter. I looked at the hair and assumed it was, a female, but I guess it's just a member of the band Queen or something. Kind of looks like their hair. I think Richter is definitely coming in despite being 65, no health conditions. So what? Let's make this. This ship was the equivalent of a cruise ship traveling the Caribbean, filled with retirees. So, actually, Whistle is okay as well, but we have to go back to our selected people. Richter, definitely our core person in the middle and on the end. So we need a constructor and a miner, preferably somebody who's also good at shooting. Not good at violent, so we won't go with the professor. Rachel actually has a lot of passions, but is a wimp. I've never played with a wimp, but I was watching some other YouTubers and they said wimps are really horrible, so no wimp. We need what then? Constructor and a miner. Good at constructing, but not mining. Did I have one maybe sitting around handy? Nope, doesn't look like it, so we're gonna have to do a little bit of a randomizing until we get somebody who can mine and construct. Staggeringly ugly. That doesn't really matter, but just trying to get a full view of what the characters can and cannot do. No brilliant miners. Just give me somebody with at least a 5. Ooh, that's a lot of passions down there in the bottom end, but we already have one for the bottom end, so we're not worrying about it. Very good cook, but still not great at mining. Can't do anything. Alright, another retiree, deep space miner with an old gunshot. Little bit of efficiency, but that's actually not bad pain. I've had people with much worse. And can substitute in on the intellectual when we need somebody. Decent at medical. Construction and mining. And another Malay person. So we really need the shooter now. And we're on this retiree thing. And have 2 male retirees. We need a female retiree who can shoot. So that'll make picking the person relatively easy, because we just need to go. I'm not even looking at their skills, so I don't go, oh, wait, one teenager. We're gonna keep to the old people and find somebody who is well in their 60s at least and can shoot. Whoops, sorry about that. Clicked right ahead. 50s, 19, 52, 48, 27, 20, 80. That's a bit too old. In Russia, they'd be dead already. Even earlier if they are the head of the GRU. Alright, 63, no, 51, 58, getting there, 64, but can't shoot at all. 78 with dementia. I really enjoyed watching Quill play his dementia game, but we're not going to do that. None to the start at least. We'll take somebody if we can get somebody, but tell you what, well, depressive. I'll think about ARC if this takes too long. But otherwise, we're gonna stick to our 60-year-olds. 23-year-old shooters, 30s, 60 and 8. Good at constructing and mining. Industrious. Just constructing and mining. Tell you what, he does meet the criteria of being at least 60. And he can do help out with the planting, despite not having a passion for it, is our best planter. That's who it's going to be then. Right, it's still not a passion for shooting, which is a shame. But we don't want to look for too long for an elderly sniper, 53-year-old sniper. But still not in the 60s. We're sticking with our rule. 52, blue hair, oh, 91, 60. And a female, which is kind of what we wanted, was a female to balance it out, other than just being 3 grumpy old men. Well, tough luck. Gonna have to be 3 grumpy old men. Really looks much more like a female emoticon. Alright, let's get rolling here then and see what our land looks like from the crashed retirement cruiser that was sailing around the rings of Saturn and the moons of Jupiter before encountering a tragic accident that brought our newly retired individuals ready to enjoy the twilight years of their lives to this distant world. Alright, we have a Labrador. That's rather nice. Because it will actually be useful. She, Yuna, will actually be useful then for helping us haul. Let's get our people armed right away. Our shooter will be going straight for the bolt action rifle. Richter will be going for the revolver despite having no shooting abilities. And Pip, as our brawler, will be going with the knife. Alright. We are also gonna unforbid absolutely everything on the map. Everything is unforbidden. And then we are gonna look at what we've got in the way of terrain. That's interesting. Nice beach. And it also has 2 steam geysers on it. No place to farm, of course, so that wouldn't help us much, but yeah, we really have one direction enemies can come from here. That is impressive. So, not bad at all. We also have 2 steam geysers here. So despite the fact that I would have liked to have built like right on the coast just because it'd be fun, we're gonna also actually not allow those for now. Just that since I noticed them, so they don't immediately run out and haul them off. Yeah, we've got 2 geysers there as well. I'd say this is gonna be our area then. got some unuseful land there. It's a shame that we cannot utilize that for something or other. Mainly for a kill zone. I like people to have to cross this when they're coming in, but I don't see a way to make them have to go through there, because they pretty much have to come down the river here. Alright, that looks good then. So, it seems that our main growing zone is going to have to be in here, which means that our main housing will be down in here and over here. We might as well start with it up against this cliff, and then we'll put the next, since we've got all our gear here, and we'll put the next stuff over here. So first thing I want to do then is get this one tree down, since that's obviously in our way. We are then going to set up our stockpile zones, and then we can get our people moving. So eventually, I'll keep what we will call the workshops down here, I guess. No, I won't, actually. We're going to put our stockpile here then. Whoops. Sorry about that. Delete that then. That is our stockpile, allowing everything except corpses. We will, meanwhile, also get another stockpile for dumping stuff off to, I would say this side. Yeah, why not? At first, yeah. I'm gonna have to move it later, but for now, we can keep it right about there. Just for any stuff that we happen to have to move. No animal corpses though, because I'll be pretty quickly building a place for those. Alright, let's get our people moving at a slow pace for starters. They can start moving all of our stuff into line, and I can start building a structure for them. We will just, in the interest of moving things along quickly, start out with it going like that, and then let's get the rest of our structure going right like that. That's going to be a very nice large room for future uses. We do need a wooden door in it somewhere. No, I will keep us moving here. I've got a bad habit of stopping that. We will put, oh, they've already laid it down. That is why I actually do stop the stuff sometimes. Because otherwise people start building stuff before you're ready. But he hasn't done that, so that determines our door is going to be there. We will meanwhile also be putting another door, and let me actually figure out the size of this room. 11 on that way, and well, 9 on that way, but that's going to be changing. It's probably going to be 10 or even 11. So that means our middle on this side, oh no, it is going to be 12 actually. All right, so irrelevant then. If the room is an odd number, I put it in the middle. If it's not, I actually usually put the doors on the edges. We'll keep one there and keep another door there. All right, as long as nobody is building there as well, and before they haul in some wood, I'm gonna already queue up our cooler to be there. It's not the perfect location for it, but it will do. All right. We will also want to have some beds up for the first night. Naturally, they're not staying here, but I think it is totally feasible to get us some beds up. Doesn't matter where we put them. And given the utter importance of having a table, actually I'm gonna put all of the beds more like, oh, it doesn't really matter, to be honest. I get picky about that. One there and one there, so that we can cancel these. All right, and getting to our ever important table. I like to build a big one right away because, you know, the table is critical. We will put the table, we'll say right about, yeah, hello, animal. We'll put the table there. Why not? Close enough. And get you some chairs right away. There, there, and there. Alright, chairs are in place. Oh, and I almost totally forgot, actually, that we need to shrink this zone down because of that. There we go. And get some walls up there so that our stuff doesn't start degrading the first day. That looks like a pretty good size for a room there. And we will also then tell them to mine this out. And I better get that door up before somebody builds something there. What do we have in the way of size here? It is 10 as well, which means that we can put our entry door right, we'll say on, yeah, that side looks good. Thinking this might eventually end up being our fridge for a while, so we want it to be easily accessible. I did remember to say mine that. Yes, I did. Good. Do we have any other things lying far away that our people are going to run off and try to acquire? Those are quite far away, but they're also very valuable, so they might actually have to go get those. Going to take all afternoon. Now, we are going to be a little bit shy on wood. Whoop. So I am actually going to get you right away, since we are going to need this stuff chopped anyways, to take some of that down. And they're well at work. We have to think where we're going to want our power production here, particularly early power production, which can pretty much only be wind. Up here, I'm not too comfortable with the amount of forest for building a wood fire generator. So let's see what we've got here. Doesn't quite fit there. We'd have to mine one thing out. It's not a bad idea though, very out of the way. It won't get attacked during an attack. But I may actually decide that I want to build some stuff back here. Alright, so we're keeping with my normal approach, which is actually to put them over where you're going to be putting your farms. And our farms are all going to be in here. To minimize the amount of steel that we need then, we'll be putting it about right there. And that can then get us our... Whoop. We'll put it right there. And we'll be running a power cable directly down. There. And over a bit. I'm gonna need them over there anyways. And over there. And I see nobody is getting to work on that because we are truly out of wood. We are missing somebody. I do also need to get paused again and get another cooler up, because otherwise they're going to... let's put it over here. Otherwise they are going to put the wood up and then they'll have to rip it down, then you lose resources, and that's always a bit of a shame. Alright, somebody haul that off. We are going to need even more wood. Normally I seem to get some wood a bit quick. Now let's cancel that. Normally I seem to get enough wood a bit quicker. Well, no, it's only 1 o'clock, so plenty of time. They will get that all finished by night, and most importantly, they will have a table by the end of the night. Because otherwise, they'll be sad. Anything else interesting around here? Where's our nearest steel, I wonder? Down in there. That may be a good place to actually build some stuff. Very compact then. I usually like to be a bit more spread out than that. Everybody's stopping for dinner. That's good. Have any animals near us worth hunting for food? Some. If we can get the freezer up in time to actually go and hunt them. While we're waiting for that to happen, I'll get some growing zones under both of his areas. Now let's get the other one going. I will be freezing both the sowing there for now though. There's just other priorities until tomorrow. Pip is going for a stroll. Alright, everything is almost up except for that door. Who's my main constructor and why aren't they building that door? Don't know. Sorry. Can never remember. I haven't set work priorities yet, actually. That's why. Where's Pip? Yeah, Pip was the wanderer. Let's try to set these work priorities here. And at least get... I'll do this later more in detail. But for now, we turn everybody up to whatever they've got a bright color on. Yeah, you can do that too. Plant cutting, yeah, everybody's on plant cutting, even if it's, this can be turned to a 3 though. And let's get everybody on firefighting and all the other essential life activities. A 3, well, if it comes down to it, I will manually adjust that. Oh, okay, I saw a flash up and so figured I'd better take care of that. And I see it is nothing too critical. It is just that we need our entertainment. A horseshoe pin. Alright, they can be happy now. That's all you really need in life, a table and a horseshoe pin. Everything's going so well. I do wish somebody would haul that out. Where Pip needs to get on that. Carrying it to the horseshoe pin. Well, it's probably even more important. Now you're carrying it to the door so that you can get all of this roofed up before evening. And it is 4 o'clock, so getting on towards evening. Guess I could put them in some recreation time at 7 in the evening and 7 in the morning. I'll add more later. They don't work hard enough anyways. Alright, so roofs are coming up, which means we can next plan out some production. In particular, we need our kitchen stove. Field stove, we'll just pop it right in the dining room for now. I'll be separating that out later. That's a nice little kitchen nook there, I must say, even though it might be totally impractical, but might as well put it there. The other thing we will need ASAP is a butchering table in the freezer. I will put it there. Sure, why not? They'll move all that stuff, I'm sure. What I also want to do is shrink down the zone then while I'm at it. Take that out and that. Because I want to build a new zone there. 4 should be fine. Probably even 4 is too big. This zone is going to be just for our hunted animals. Oh, we already have power up on the first day as well. That is great. Not very good power, but hey. Let's turn the power off there then. And get a door up for that freezer. Somebody prioritize that actually. Pip, what are you doing? You're going for a walk again. No, you're gonna work. Pip is slow, isn't she? No? I thought I had somebody who was slow. Yeah, her leg is a little bit slow. That's alright. They're all old. They're allowed to be slow. Pip is also our brawler, and of course the brawler never actually puts on any of the gear. What is she wearing? She's not wearing any of the armored gear. Looks like probably Richter is wearing all of it. Nope. Strapping is wearing the pants. Well, I will swap all of that stuff out later. And I'm gonna hope somebody wanders over here for that stuff soon enough. Not sure what to do with this room, if anything. I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense there, to be honest, but we'll see. I might keep it there a little while. Field stove is getting up. I will, I guess, allow sowing in the potato garden. And we'll keep that as potatoes as well for now. Normally I like to plant some rice, but it doesn't always make total sense to do that because it has a really low yield, and that's just kind of sad. All right, that is off. That is not fueled. This can get cranked down. Even though there's no wind, we get our power generation up and there's no wind. It usually happens that way though. We'll turn it down for the future. Think about where then we will be moving all of this stuff, because this is a fridge and we have a lot of stuff in there that doesn't really need to be cold. Cold steel, you know, cold pants, you know, they're already old. They don't need cold pants. So animals are all going to sleep. Richter's still awake. Got us a few potatoes up before he heads off to bed. 3 grumpy old men. Oh, and our dog, yes. And he woke everybody up on the way. Light sleepers. I thought elderly people should be heavier sleepers. I'm kind of hoping I'm a light sleeper, so I'm kind of hoping that when I get older, I sleep heavier. Fall asleep in lots of nice, comfortable places. All right, well, our first day is done. It's 2200. I'm not sure how long we've been going on, so maybe I'll put in a cut here since we accomplished an awful lot for a first day, actually. These old people do quite well for themselves. Tomorrow we'll clean this up a little bit. Maybe, but mostly we'll get some food going because the growing season is late here. The growing season is short here, so it could be that we need more food growing at once than normal. With that being said, I will sign off and see you next time to see how the retirement community on RimWorld turns out. Thanks for joining me. Ciao.